Yes, Veritasium, give me that.
A whole slew of studies of the physical effects of loneliness, and her calculation was that being lonely is as dangerous to your health as smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day, or as dangerous as being obese.
Feeling disconnected?
Because it's just as dangerous as making tons of wrong decisions without being surveilled by other people, by being probed by other people. It's as dangerous as being a fucking criminal who doesn't care. Because nobody cares about them. And all of a sudden, the structure collapses. Well, as a European, I want to bring back the community structure and communication structure so we can talk again. Because even like, wow, talking to Putin is a fucking groundbreaking discovery. We can actually do that. Wow! We can talk to a president that, like, supposed to be angry and annoyed with everyone. Supposed to be releasing tons and tons of propaganda. He's avoiding questions, I would imagine. We're gonna look into the, the news of the world. We're gonna follow whatever's going on. So I want to see the interview right now. There's also, I found this iceberg 4 weeks ago. Eurovision iceberg was recommended. Interesting. Yeah, I don't want to be left completely alone, and it pisses me off that probably a hunger strike gonna have absolutely no effect besides making history in my life to where I can tell people, I've done that and nobody cared. Like, you should be surprised for how long I can be like this. And even like my mom doesn't spread information of any kind. She just sits back and like watches me fucking disappear. And she's not like cruel or constantly nagging for me to do things. No, we're just isolated. Last time I've heard, isolated pawn is a pretty weak one that can be grabbed and snatched by anyone, to be honest. And I would be surprised if Europeans don't get in trouble for it. For most of us being isolated openly. And not having tools to deal with. Like, if loneliness is so bad, what's the solution? Well, what is that solution thing? I know exactly what the solution is. You send a message and receive a message. You can interact with many things who are, like, not supposed to be celebrities and shit. Who are supposed to be, like, busy and unreachable. Maybe you can't deal with those kind of people, but, man, everyone gets rejection in their lives, but to simulate rejection as the highest value in their lives is a little bit fucking cringe, is a little bit dead inside type of moment. The loneliness is most people's fault. They caused it. They cut off the communication. They couldn't even establish something better than fucking phones and SIM cards. Up to this time, like, what? You come up to a girl and ask for a phone number? That is fucking cringe. If you're not asking for Instagram, I don't know what you're doing, bro. This is fucking weird. And technically that's what you get on Tinder, but even if you get the Instagram, will she reply? Women are fucking celebrities, apparently, these days. They are, and I was like, okay, you want to be a celebrity, that's gonna cost you a lot. Like, you have to have proof that you keep up, and you have self-esteem, and you have content that you can make, and you have freedom. That's a lot of proof you have to fucking push. So if you can't be a celebrity, people just get private accounts. I guess that's it. It's only celebrities get to use Instagram. It's fucking weird, right? Like, we don't have enough communication to even tell those women who are not celebrities, or don't act like celebrities, don't think of themselves as highly. We can't reach those women and tell them, okay, you have to do something different that you can also be successful at. And obviously the biggest problem is women. They're always gonna be the fucking problem when there's something social going on. You know, some social problems going on. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. I'm completely powerless, bro. As a man, to solve social problems, nothing is gonna fucking move. The least that's gonna happen is I get in trouble. I get criticized and blamed. That's just what they learn to do. Based from my mom and, you know, in general. So, while women are supposed to be teaching us social values, and I think they're just stripping that shit away. They're just, using that for self-advantage. But now the script has to flip, and hard, and on their shoulders, because, it should be over. Europe is not gonna fucking send people to war. It's a fucking fluke to think that we can do the same thing as Russia and China fought its own, like, civil fucking pandemic war against themselves. Alright? It's like, well, we follow rules, why things not working? Type of problem, right? We follow rules and there's even more rules, and like, I'm starving, and like, what's going on? And the building's on fire, and no one can leave the building. What? So, do me a favor, and anytime you can, always blame social problems on women. There's nothing better you can do in your fucking life than send a bunch of DMs to women that have, you know, rejected you, and remind them that they're assholes right now, specifically. That we have more social problems than some kind of fucking logical problems. Where we have to create some new type of technology. No, the best we can do is social network, and that requires just women interacting with people. So it's still a big question mark how I will break down and how I will start blaming women. How am I going to approach this problem? Yeah, the only logical problem for me to do is now blame women, is push fucking, or translate all the problems into their world and be like, well, it's your time to fucking shine, because I've been fucking doing it, I've been pushing, and I've been enjoying the benefits of, sort of not having responsibilities, just like my mom. But, I mean, now it's a big question, how do I fucking do this? With this, how long do I even want this to last? Until, because I have to go beyond Mr. Beast challenge. Especially since I do eat something. It's not complete fucking dry. I'm not jumping into death with my eyes closed. I'm just accepting my fate. Because I don't like world. So whatever happens, whatever my mind tells me, doing this, of how to do this, is what I will do. So, it's not water, it's flavored water. It's, at least one finger of food. Of whatever I like, whatever I feel like I want to still experience food. Right now I have, chicken. For tomorrow, technically, but I'm already eating it. I'm like, fuck it. I already ate the bowl of chips. Like, I can't control myself anymore. Like, shit. But that doesn't mean that I've eaten something more like 2 sandwiches. Nah. Barely a sandwich of things. And then I took soup and added a bunch of water. It's not even 1/5 now. It's like 1/10 of soup, and the rest is water. And it, you know, tastes pretty good. I would drink that instead of tea if I could. Boiled vegetables or whatever, like, you grab that and put it in the, you drink that shit. You might eat half of the soup and half of this turns into a constant drink. I don't know. Soup is just fucking magic, bro. If you don't make soup, I don't know. Again, people like ramen noodles and shit. But bro, like just soup. Just learn the power of soup in general. And there are like jars of soup being sold in my town. Across the country, I would imagine, you can find soup. Variety of soups. Or you can learn how to make them. And you're gonna be way better off as a human being because that shit is like top tier food. And again, because I don't know it, social problem, bro. I should know that soup is top tier food. I should be able to discuss that shit with women, right? Of how to improve my life, how to talk to my doctor, blah, blah, blah. I should have all the fucking abilities to not be gay to talk to women. Because I am not a predator. I swear, I'm not a predator. I've been a fucking virgin forever, bro, I swear. What does it take to fucking convince women to, like, talk to you? Just that. That would be fucking fantastic, bro. I don't know what they do. I don't know what purpose they serve to society anymore. Like, it's fascinating. They will have to fucking reinvent themselves for sure. Because I'm not impressed, to say the least. If I have to fucking do all of this shit, if I have to be a better woman than they are, not because I'm trans, but because I like taking responsibility and solving my fucking problems. Jesus Christ, man. You know, the biggest psychological reason why you don't want to allow people to talk to your enemies is sometimes you want your enemies to look fucking strong and powerful and unbeatable. And once you fucking give them the human treatment of talking to them, oh shit, now, oh, he's a normal person. Oh, we can call him incel and we can fucking dehumanize in any fucking way we want. Oh, you little baby, you can't take care of yourself and all that shit. We can throw all kinds of insults, but the moment we fucking sit down and talk, oh, it's a human, oh my god, man. Now he has all our plans are screwed. The evil is all over the place, and usually fucking, it's not in the hands of people who are not being interviewed. It's the people who don't want to talk, who don't want the spotlight at all. They just want to spit fucking garbage and remain anonymous. Because Americans know very well that if you give a spotlight, you normalize someone, very likely. You let them clear their name. We can spit as much garbage as we want as long as they cannot speak for themselves. Like, that's fucking crazy, bro. As long as we censor them, we can do whatever we want. We can shape their identity as much as we want, guys. We just need to censor. That's and so the big boy enemy, the big beer guy who we don't understand remains misunderstood, and we will never fucking know why he's doing certain things the way he does. I mean, oh snap. We have to make him scarier that way. Give him some darkness, you know. As long as he lives in darkness, he seems like a scary monster that we will never be able to defeat. Oh no. Basically, whoever's trying to make Putin more scary and attack Tucker, they are enemies of their own country. They're just ridiculous assholes and getting in the way of actual progress. So that pisses me off. And I feel in the same fucking spot where, like, I'm consuming darkness. I People will try and do whatever it takes to fucking poison each other's opinions about me. And they're just trying desperately. Like, what's the point? What's the point? But you'll stay in darkness. There's no one that will fucking uncover you and expose you and save you from the hell of darkness of Europe. Okay, that's cool. But I will try and do whatever it takes to fucking reach out and get out of the swamp that Europe is, bro. Also, yes, it was a draw. And we're gonna move on to, again, Eurovision Spain versus Italy. Again, 65 does mean something, so they kind of will get a similar treatment. 65 is the expected results. Does love win and making babies, or does fighting win and being spicy and rejectful? If that's what they represent with this number of fertility. We'll see what we uncover. I want to learn more. Eurovision is a pretty fucking good place to look for these clues. I think what Putin is doing is pissing this guy off. That's all that's going on. Oh, let me give you a history lesson, by the way. You know, because there's more like psychological shit going on. Like, oh, I'm just gonna drag you. I'm just gonna disconnect you from what you're trying to fucking get. Like, you have to show me your ego to get real answers. You know, that's what he's doing. And if you're in someone else's property, deep in their territory, like, you're not gonna fucking raise too many eyebrows, are you? So now you have to use their history as a pivot point from how to progress. You know, how to speed up the interview. How you gonna speed run this shit, bro? It's like the final boss fight. It's very interesting. So a lot of people can complain about, like, what do you want, bro? It's your final boss, is the fucking man you dislike so much. And it's very difficult to defeat. And Tucker is the only fucking person who even fucking made it this far. Finally. Because everyone fight each other of like, oh, I can be better, I can do better, and but they're too scared to get to Area 52 in Naruto Run. They don't even have the idea of actually doing and flexing that. They're just like, whatever. We're gonna send aid to Ukraine and everything's gonna be... Even just like this interview can actually change Putin quite a bit. For me, I'm like super aggressive, so I'm like, fuck you, dude. But an American can sort of handle this situation fairly properly in their benefit. So yes, even a conversation and a communication tactic can be used, and the war in Ukraine might just fucking stop just because of that. Just because finally Putin was able to fucking talk about his history a little bit. And toy with a fucking American a little bit. And maybe he's gonna like go to sleep now. It's like, alright. I had someone from the outside world to talk directly to me. Like, that's fucking awesome. Maybe he will fucking love it. Who knows, bro? There's so many possibilities, but without this sort of step, I mean, we can't even think positively and full of hope. We can't do that shit. By demonizing someone, we can't even think about communicating with them. We're actually making reverse progress to this point where things can potentially be solved. If you think like you can just drag Putin from a conference to a conference of like, hey, I like peace, is the only thing that's being offered here, and it's like, wow, cool, but Ukraine is nowhere near negotiating with you about peace. It's Russia and Ukraine is a boxing match, bro. Relax. You want peace, you have to fight for it sometimes. I want peace too. I want human rights too. How do I fight is the question, because there's so many assholes surrounding and taking that shit away from people.
I'll tell you. I'm coming to that. This briefing is coming to an end. It might be boring, but it explains many things.
Just don't know how it's relevant.
I don't know. I don't want.
So I'm seeing something else entirely. Is the needs for a conversation because you don't know what the fuck's developing next to your border. So, you know, pro-Western allies are developing next to your border, and you have to, like, well, you guys are Russian-speaking countries. You will be able to actually explain everything that's going on right now. And we have to pressure you into, put you on a lot of pressure, and, like, death is gonna be a part of the equation here. Because that's how fucking scared Russia is for, you know, letting their guards down. If it's pro-Western, pro-American, if the waters of America just fucking freely flow and attack Russia, bro, then, you know, that's the biggest threat there is. And it's not about joining NATO, it's about secretly kind of like corrupting allies, or separated countries, basically, that still speak semi-Russian, like it is what it is, right? So Putin would be able to understand their response and their willingness to defend themselves or whatever they're trying to fight against when it comes to Russian aggression. And hopefully he was able to get enough information, because 2 years have passed and it's about to fucking end this shit. Again, hunger strike is a desperate measure to collect information. You know, I have a reason to reach out to people and say these are my demands now. And if you ignore it, if you don't care about it, I mean, it's gonna get so much worse. Because neither you can solve this with food, nor you can solve this by just leaving me alone and allowing me to manifest even more hatred. So you can see the parallels between Ukraine war and me struggling psychologically, trying to burn the fucking assholes as much as I can. And end up burning myself as like the endgame measure, bro. Exposing my wants and needs, my human rights, all that shit, right? Yeah, the more darkness there is, the more fear, the more uncertainty, the more it's difficult to make rational decisions and trust each other. And all of a sudden, shit has to go down. And even if light is shine on Russia, the darkness is gonna go to another location entirely. To next door fucking location, it seems. It's just that simple. What Russia represents in terms of like the positive thing is cheap fantasy. What you can achieve as cheaply as possible, but not really caring, by like wanting to relax and not waste that much, just kind of like being lazy. And if they're waking up from the slumber, if the bear's awoken, they will be very hungry, at least for answers of what's going on, right? And that will appear very aggressive and very dangerous and very COVID. Just like the Purge will look the same fucking way. It's gonna be a threat to the rest of the world, bro. Even Russia is gonna do something, and we have to be prepared, so to speak, to fight Russia, but in completely different ways than you would think, I would say. So what I think Putin is doing is like, well, we kind of like know the fucking history, right? We're looking for like reasons of like what could have awoken me, what could fucking bothered the beer from his slumber. Like, I'm lazy. I want to just dream about cool things. And when I wake up, I'll be very aggressive and fucking hungry, dude. Don't bother. I don't quite have the full thought actually formulated. This is probably going to be pretty deep.
Right. My question was more specific.
So yeah, like Putin is using this word denazification, and he cares about history. And this is something you get to learn, like what he cares about. As if he's like sleeping for like 100 years and more 100 years. And then wakes up every now and then. It's like, how you guys doing? You know? Or gets awakened by a threat of some kind. And he knows like the name of the threat is like the Nazi thing, bro. Like, was a pretty big threat. I think that's where things are going in this interview. I think that now halfway it's gonna switch to something else. I've heard. Again, I have a feeling this is the end game of this whole fucking thing. I just can't quite explain who's gonna like calm down about their fucking ideologies that they're trying to fucking push through. Because it's very important to understand the Russian identity, to understand how to not make things worse, and actually appreciate the endgame that is approaching. Which is all predicted, it's all happening, it's all just a fucking storyline to live through and all to experience, and for me it's just a fucking spiritual awakening. I'm like, well, this doesn't really matter. It only matters to the stupid people who try to defend Russia from, you know... Technically, what I think Russia did, in the end, they just found the biggest threat and try to attack it, you know, of like, well, I'm awake, something bothers me, so they just fucking attack full force. Who fucking cares, right? They see a threat, they attack full force, and they go back to sleep after the work is done, basically. Whatever happens, whichever side wins, doesn't fucking matter. They just attack the biggest threat, they do whatever it takes, put all the effort, go back to sleep. So is it the almost time, like, simply because, like, Putin fucking allowing this interview to happen? I'm pretty sure, like, this is Endgame playing out. I think that was my full explanation. All right, what do we get for next hour? All right, is Putin gonna put a clown nose and entertain us for a little bit? Because we're gonna miss him when he goes to sleep.
Negotiate if he forbade himself and everyone to do this.
Yes, put on that nose, bro. Let me help this guy. I have a perfect solution. Here we go. Now we're gonna have fun finally with this guy. No offense, I'm just like, we gave you 1 hour to talk about history and your the things you're uncomfortable with. Now you have to deal with things that you are comfortable with and have fun for the rest of the interview. You don't have much chance, man. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, another one. Another one, bro. I'm sorry. I missed one more clown. I'm so sorry, bro. His best clown friends.
Director of the intelligence agency, Mr. Burns, the then...
Mr. Burns, let's fucking go. He knows. He clowns. Mr. Burns, that fucking Mr. Burns, bro.
Same here, if you are interested in...
Yeah, what are you doing, Mr. Burns? What have you done, bro? Fucking little lizard man.
Perfectly well at this.
Yeah, you must understand, you have awoken the beer, but not really, you know. The Russian threat is in there of being fucking stupid enough to awaken the beer 100 more times, because that's what Russia is capable of. And if you think like militarily, Russia is gonna be awoken. Like, this is how they want to fight Ukraine. The way they want to fight the rest of the world is not gonna be using military, the old school style military. They probably have fucking different weapons for different fucking things. It just, those things have not been awoken yet. They not have been provoked. You know, so, be careful in that. But please put it on your nose back, because, like, let's not be that serious, alright?
Why? Because we have no interest in Poland.
I need more effort on this. So I need a rainbow. Okay. Stay still, my friends. Need a whole clown thing going on. Let's fucking go, boys. I mean, of course he's upset. He doesn't have hair. Jesus Christ. How did you not understand? So many people are upset without hair. Here you go. It's gonna solve so many problems. The red nose is for indication of like, wow, we're gonna be clowning around now. And now we put hair. Obviously, I don't know how to fucking draw hair. So apologies, but I tried my best. Here you go.
Make an agreement, already understanding the situation that is developing today, realizing that Russia will fight for its interest to the end.
Till the end.
It seems to...
Again, the idea is to attack Ukraine and damage the rest of the world. You think Russia doesn't have enough weapons to fucking destroy the rest of the world? Just like the pandemic could have fucking lasted forever and destroyed the entire world. The doomsday, you know, the apocalypse shows you doomsday possibilities until you start respecting the whole fucking situation. But technically even like Russia themselves, they don't have enough aggression and fucking reasons to pull off fucking doomsday after doomsday. They can't continue this forever. You know, it's not that easy to go against God and everything else. You have to find problems. You have to actually be fucking super genius to pull off 2 more years of doomsday and completely throw like the balance off course. So no one's gonna awaken, I don't think, but there's still a threat, you know, still a possibility, still things that God cannot predict because it gives free will. Freedom allows us to be sort of more powerful than God if we really tried. But of course, why would we try it, you know? Unless we find the miraculous reason to try. But we probably won't. It's just how it is. We're probably just gonna bounce off the fucking dome of the earth. The boundaries. The limitations. We're just gonna bounce and give up. And do something else entirely.
You for sure.
You blow up. No, I don't know. I was sleeping, bro. Don't ask me. I just know history. Like, he puts his hands up. I know some history. Am I guilty? Am I guilty of something? Please. I know history. All right. I know this and that, and I don't like Ukraine NAZIFICATIon. Okay, like we gotta stop that shit. Can you like not interrupt us right now? Like we're like trying to solve our problem. And we explained. But you gonna expand into like, and yeah, like fucking crazy, right? We actually have this irrational fear that Russia's gonna expand into the fucking universe. Into another dimension. Oh wait, that's exactly their fucking weapon of choice, is to attack the dream worlds. Alright? Whatever you feel that is possible, the weapons that are possible, they already exist in Russia, they're just not awakened yet. Alright? We're not talking about fucking nuclear weapons, we're just talking about ideas that will just fucking twist your neck. Without nobody touching you, bro. Like, we're talking about poison, spreading across the fucking world, of people dying in mysterious causes, of ideas and corruption spreading. Like, we're talking about things that are like actually can destroy human beings without even knowing where the fucking enemy's coming from. Like, Russia can do so many fucking bad things. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to mess with them. Continue to mess with them and relentlessly tell that they are such a fucking huge threat. We have to, like, do something. I'm not sure how this is gonna be resolved, but it will. They will fucking realize these things that I'm realizing, one way or the other, collectively at least. Here you go. Here's the dude having fun.
Propaganda, it is very difficult to defeat the United States.
See, like, it's so difficult to be a clown and, like, successful clown. But finally, he gets at least 1 hour of successful clowning around on camera. Jesus Christ, man. This man is deprived.
Condition. It is a period of severe disease that the world is going through now. But I think that thanks to honest journalism, this work is akin to work of the doctors. This could somehow be remedied.
Well, it's just
See, like, he's putting a lot of actually good feelings into the interview of, like, wow, I really like this. This is pretty nice. Maybe if this happened more often, maybe. It is interesting to stop and think of, like, wow, I really became older if this is my fucking entertainment. If this is what I have to watch and be entertained about. But at the same time, I like music, but that, I don't know, bro. I went old. But people's entertainment is literally war of skibbity toilets versus fucking NPC robots. Well-crafted NPC robots, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. They're entertained by the future, by the possibilities of what we can develop in the NPC world. What kind of fucking monster NPCs, bro, we're gonna create. For me, I'm just like, I just want to resolve the conflict so people fucking sit down and, like, I want to be a part of this. You know, I feel invited.
I would not like to use any strong language, but
So he's now criticizing American dollar. You know, and now things get scary because, again, he knows multitude of weapons that can be used against multitude of enemies.
Russian and say
Yeah, he's talking about just the fucking corruption of the dollar and how it's gonna collapse and without. Oh shit!
other countries.
Different face, please. And how it's turning into its own threat. The dollar. The more dollar you print, the more corrupted it is. The more damaging to economy it is. Essentially, potentially. And someone's gonna figure out how to fucking create a fucking energy bank using all the dollars. Or they're gonna do the Elon Musk thing. And move dollars, billions of dollars around just like a fucking ping pong ball. And destroy a bunch of fucking property. Using promises. A lot of things can be done, like corrupted ideas or any things, like turn to weapons very quickly. Because you continue using outdated ideas or corrupted. And you're just slower than everyone else. So what Putin is talking about is like, well, we BRICS nations, but we're faster than you guys. We're doing economy pretty well. Nothing collapsed after like America withdraw their dollars shit. You know, they're just now using a boogeyman of like, oh, this and that happens. Uh-oh. And again, corruption is interesting. Because corruption is like, dollar might withdraw from Russia, but people will maintain greed. So they will they will still want to partner with Russia and send fucking goods somewhere somehow without being detected. Which is what I've heard across TikTok. I was like, well, they have all the supplies, they have everything. They haven't been completely cut off. And the need for profit is always going to be greater than whatever war is going on. That's just what corruption does. Like, it makes you ignore most of the feelings that other people have. It's just like, you have a need to fulfill, and you're gonna go to Russia if you have to. And Russia's like, well, hey guys, do you wanna fight for us if you're a criminal? And they know how to fucking squeeze other countries for what they feel like they need, for all the individual people what they feel like they need. They can take advantage of people like that. In other words, if your shop is corrupted, you gonna go and search somewhere else. And you're gonna go into more and more corrupted territory, or at least corrupted or feared territory, or forbidden territory. You're gonna seek how to fucking satisfy your hunger. You're gonna go to enemies and be like, well, at least you talk to me. The enemies talk to me. My friends don't talk to me anymore. So I'm not sure what the fuck's going on. I'm gonna hang out with you now. See, that's what's gonna happen when things are corrupted. You're gonna seek for solutions elsewhere, and it's gonna be looking pretty shady to the point where Tucker has to be, cut off from the fucking galaxy. Like, oh no, this interview's illegal.
Analogy of it.
What's illegal is to kill people, to do crime. That's the illegal part. To withdraw human rights that I highlight every single time that I say the fucking word. That's the illegal shit you can do. Illegal, immoral, disgusting behavior that should taint your existence.
Relationship with Trump as well. It is not about the personality of the leader. It is about the elite's mindset.
Shut the fuck up, Putin. I don't believe you. It's quite a bit about personality, because that's how leaders are elected in the first place. They wouldn't be a fucking president if they wouldn't have that thing that you just said. But it is about personality, whether they're gonna like China, Russia, whichever fucking country they prefer. Their relationship with the world is going to be dependent on their personalities, just doomed like this. So I disagree. Putin's have to be re-educated a little bit. Wait, he be having fucking YouTube channel. Nobody told me about it. Fucking hell, man. What the fuck? What is you? Popular. I'm so sorry, bro. So, every now and then, every 2 days at least, he posts something. So he followed my fucking orders, and I didn't know about it, bro. For how long? Andrew Tate interview, yep. He made his fucking YouTube channel. Well, congratulations, Tucker, bro. The broski is here. It's so hard to get information about this stuff. But here we go. One interview solved another problem. I don't know. I would imagine, again, Tucker feels like very threatened on YouTube because a lot of people got deplatformed. He started with fucking Andrew Tate, so of course he's a little bit biased. But I still think it's a safe platform for most people, especially just for like base interviews like that. Somehow YouTube dodges bullets. Even try to dodge bullets from a Sniper Wolf. But fucking Sniper Wolf chewed on it and disappeared. Fucking Sniper Wolf is my drama, dude. Fucking React channel. They're talking about war and people dying. Nah, bro. Sniper Wolf, though. Yeah, everyone has their own enemies on top of the leaderboard to defeat. Every single time this fucking happens. I have my own enemy. A thing that I was developing, but you run out of tools. You run out of, like, steam to push forward, to improve. And you have to build your own platform, and you have to defeat your own fucking achievements. And sometimes those achievements are also dictated by how many people fucking click on your goddamn trailer and video, and how many people are excited, and like, I don't even want to do that anymore. But it was a trailer. I've pushed myself so fucking hard. So my most watched video is also fucking cringe. It's often enough, like, this is fascinating to me. I can even jump on Tucker. And Jeffrey Epstein is actually not the most watched anymore. He got knocked out by Putin. Do you want Putin to be the most watched video on your channel? I mean, it is what it is. Like, but you want a good, positive achievement and not some fucking historic moments to be the biggest video. I don't know. I feel like the vibe is off in that sense. But yeah, for old people like Tucker, I think it fits. It's okay. It probably will never be defeated anytime soon. #1 trending across the fucking universe. See, the thing is, the fact that Tucker even has a YouTube channel is achievement of its own, and he has defeated his own demons, basically. Let's fucking go. That's my thumbnail, yep. We got him. Wow, you have this, guys. Oh my god, of course.
States are nonetheless gradually changing their position in the world. It is your experts who write that. I just read them.
That shit fucking hit me in the fucking face, bro. But yeah, if I am needy, I'm gonna, generate resources. And I'm gonna be hoping that people want those resources from me so I can get what I want from them. And I'm like fucking increasingly more and more needy of like, Jesus Christ. How can I get care in the world? The most fucking basic shit. What do you want to trade? What do you want me to do to be able to generate care? Like me, as a person, as a unique individual. Because I should be able to cover my needs, no matter who I am. It shouldn't be fucking astronomical problem to solve. But as I develop these resources, fucking Russians is gonna be like, I just take them. You make them. I just like I take it. Even if one sentence can hit you in the face like that, holy shit!
In that territory.
I'm able to look past the fucking bullshit, and maybe doctors are right. Maybe there are a lot of threats, to my life. Of course, if I disobey because people want me to obey. And the numbers game is not something that he alone plays. After all, it's just something everyone needs to see, and this has to be reported and blah, blah, blah. It can barely be covered. He did not explain what happens. It just explains like, well, now if you do crime, 3 to 5 years. But again, like, why am I a suspect of doing crime? Why me doing crime is so fucking worse than other people doing crime? And why do we have to fucking even talk about it? Because fucking pisses me off. I just don't like being pushed around over and over again. As I've explained. I just don't know what exactly I'm dealing with. So I'm getting tired of this shit. Because just like with Putin, I feel a huge threat coming out, but like coming from a certain direction, and I have no communication to fucking settle the score, to send a message and receive a fucking answer. The tit for tat is not even available. I can't even, I mean, tick for talk is not even available because I can't even fucking throw anything at my doctor directly. No direct communication, which is another fucking big questionable thing of like, how the fuck is that even the case? Like, that's doesn't make fucking sense. How do they have authority when they don't have this sort of power, which is now available? So you can see how the world has to change in so many ways, simply because the authorities who think they are authorities, they fucking playing with old school toys, literally just playing, and not actually doing anything productive anymore. Pisses me off, but like, whatever. We'll see what happens next. Because I still have to threaten, but now I'm like, I can barely control myself, to be honest, with this hunger strike thing. Not because I'm hungry, because I enjoy food. The hunger has nothing to do with this. Like, I will take pain as like the part of the need to, like, I'm not here to treat my own pain. I'm here to treat my own curiosity and wish to like satisfy my feelings, which could, you know, lead into those feelings trying to trick me into picking up more chips and more fucking scraps of food. They might try to trick me, so who knows what I'm gonna go through, but this is what we're doing right now. I refilled the bowl of chips. I don't even want to show anything anymore because things are moving too fast for me to worry about it. I can always threaten my body of doing exercise, which is very dangerous. My body would be fucking scared. But then some of my body would agree, and all of a sudden tricking your body into going into hunger strike for real when there's options in food, and like probably even my mom now fucking playing mind games with me. Rightfully so, because she couldn't defeat her own body, so like she wants to see how it's done, right? How can you truly go on a diet, but also, or ridiculously aggressive diet, and still be fine, you know, with where you're going with it? As if like, I just flicked the switch, I have made a decision, and everything just gonna go smoothly. How do you do that? That's a pretty big thing to answer. And maybe it's gonna help a lot of people, and maybe if I help my mom, she's gonna fucking open her mind and try and help other people too. You know, who knows, man, what the actual solution is. But now I have to try and move the pieces. Again, help my mom from being fat, because that's the fucking standard thing. And let's not forget, no one's involved in my story. You cannot fucking insult me or fucking throw anything at me. You're not involved. If you haven't thrown a solution, you cannot throw an insult either. So you can only be an asshole in this situation. And the biggest asshole move is to click and turn off my video. And that's the asshole move. Too bad people watching this video couldn't fucking do it. So nobody will learn. What do we have? What number? Still, again, below freezing.
Defeated on the battlefield.
Now, again, like, it's very important to constantly bring up of, like, what is this neo-Nazi thing? just dig deeper into the definition and all that shit, but we sort of like understand the corruption of the West. Is like, it's pretty obvious, but it's still more of like a Putin paranoia against it. He's doing the right thing by attacking it, and he doesn't know what the fuck to do. In that sense, he just throws the paranoia of like, this is the finale. That's what's gonna happen. What's gonna have to happen. We have to fucking crush the American spirit somehow, because it's spreading a lot of fucking propaganda and bullshit, and that's not gonna help us at all. They created all kinds of like different sort of people, and then gays showed up, and it's like, what the fuck? Gays was supposed to be a thing where like you just point a finger and say that's gay, that's bad, you know, that's ugly and disgusting. And now the ugly and disgusting is supposed to be protected and worshipped almost. And it's like, wow, that's definitely some neo-Nazi shit that Putin is fighting against, and I don't like it either. You know, I understand. It's just something that, but he cannot explain it. You know, he just woke up. He's just like, I have this history thing going on. I just like don't fucking like these people, whatever they're up to. You know, whatever they're fucking clapping about, I don't fucking like it. I'm gonna take my Russians back to the mainland, and we're gonna sleep. And if you wake us up again, I mean, like, fuck you guys.
Or to Europe from Latin America, and even clearer and more and people who profess different religions in Russia consider Russia their motherland. They have no other motherland.
I felt like this was confirming the whole ideology. Again, it's like Russian ideology is very strong, so it is the motherland. Is just something that you cannot like unsee from the map. Like a fucking tiny country of Israel. I don't even see it, bro. Like I can't see it. I'm just not that interested. But Russia you cannot unsee. They own so much land. It's like you'll find your motherlands. You'll be curious about Russian culture and all that shit. You know what will stop Ukraine war? If we ask Putin to react to TikToks. You know, if we employ him as a YouTuber to defeat Carlson on this flag, bro. Holy shit. That is scary. Tucker has 1 million more subscribers than Putin. It's already like, holy shit. Moment, you know, like, how is he gonna recover this guy?
Russian people think more about the eternal, about moral values. I don't know, maybe you won't agree with me, but Western culture is more pragmatic after all.
I have no idea what he said in the end. But yeah, moral values is something I also care about very much. So again, it's the war is again neo-Nazi bullshit that he cannot even define. He doesn't have the words for it. It's a little bit weird and too outlandish to be able to side with him. But you can at least understand, like, he's trying to fucking uphold moral values of some kind that he feels are being threatened. Because that's much more important for him than even, like, lands, holding people's lands hostage or anything else. He knows the biggest weapons, the most powerful things, the things that, the real threats. He knows that shit. And I know that too. And I would be fucking shitting my pants too if I knew the American values and what the fuck they're spreading around as a disease. So Russia is also struggling making babies like the entirety of the world, technically. And that's technically not the dream. Not the dream, not the rule, not the need to make babies anymore. It's just, it's kind of dead. We have to take care of each other because maybe there's none of us to go around as there used to be. You know, like that's kind of fascinating. That's the new dream.
What do you think of that?
Well, I think there's no stopping Elon Musk. He will do as he sees fit. Nevertheless, you need to find some common ground with him, search for ways to persuade him. I think he's a smart person, I truly believe he is. So you'll need to...
We need to kick Elon Musk in the fucking balls. Holy shit.
Back to 1990.
Yeah, there's a place called Donbass. You mean like Donbass? Where is dumbass anyways? I can't find a dumbass. Now I feel like a dumbass. Okay. To shut down the video, I will watch whoever does commentary.
The reason this war has...
Man, I fucking hate people saying that Twitter is like more relevant than YouTube. They don't even understand that Tucker is on YouTube too, bro. Like, bro, you do understand, right?
While he was on Fox News, and then since he was fired from Fox News, and now he does a show on Twitter.
So these guys say, oh, this interview has no significance, but like, we get to know what Putin is so interested about, is like history. That's what collects all his feelings. That's what generated his ideas and all that shit. He kind of has to rely on history somehow. Not on his generations of what he has experienced as a person, but history. That's what he stands for. That's where he gets self-esteem in the first place. And for people to dismiss that shit...
There's nothing, it's difficult to pull anything newsworthy out of the interview. And in terms of the effect that it's going to have on Americans' view of the war, I just don't think many people are going to be able to slog their way through the 45-minute rant.
Matt, besides like best...
Hitler and...
History is an important thing to stand on. You know, if something happened in the past, if you do the same fucking things, if you have the same ingredients, you get the same alchemical fucking reaction. So, fascinating stuff. I will, shut it here. And hopefully this fucking Russian shit has entered Endgame and it's gonna end without me caring too much about it. Anyways, bye.